Thank you for joining us on our call today. I am thrilled to be here with Ovuke and Emonina McCoy, a heart recipient sharing her journey with us. Thank you, Ovuke, for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Ovuke, I would love to hear about your transplant journey. Will you share with us about your transplant journey and what got you here today?
Surely, I guess some people, then something for me, I would have never thought in a million years that I would need a transplant. My journey started sometime when I was young, around 9 years old, due to genetic heart disease. And it really starts way back from my family. My mom is a heart transplant recipient. She received her heart transplant in 1995. So she's 25 years. So I've had some experience knowing about the transplant journey of what she's been dealing with. But how did I get on there? It's like I said, it started when I was a young child with genetic heart disease, and I was able to live a pretty normal life. I wasn't able to participate with high school sports or some of the other things that kids will do, and I just, went on and did the things that kids would grow up and move away from home, went to college, got a job, and somehow I would say in the last 5 years, I started to have issues with my heart disease. I was already seeing the heart failure group at UAB, and I had to have different types of surgeries. But I think as my disease progressed, they saw that it was going to be an issue, that this was not going to be life sustaining for me with the medications and the surgeries that they did, that I was going to need a heart transplant, and I was going to need it within the next 2 years.
So can you tell me about what it was like to get that call that, here, we have this, we potentially have a match for you. We have a transplant.
I happened to be in the hospital. I wasn't feeling well. It happened sometime on a Monday with the heart disease that I have is hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. And that I had, thank goodness that is gone. There is one of the symptoms of that is the buildup of fluid in your body. And it can be very debilitating for you. It can cause shortness of breath. It makes you very fatigued. And those were a lot of the symptoms I was experiencing. It was 4th of July, which was, I didn't want to spend the night in the hospital 4th of July. And one of the care teams came in and said, hey, we just want to move you to the heart transplant for just in case. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to go to the heart transplant for yet. I mean, y'all don't have anything for me. So that was the night of 4th of July. And I was there. And then that morning they said they would do a procedure on me. And it was at 7 o'clock. And then by 9 o'clock that morning, the heart transplant surgeon came in and said, we think we have a match for you.
Wow.
And I was like, what? Okay. So he said, I'm going to come back at noon and let you know if it's a go. And he came back and he said, it looked like a match. And I was like, my husband was there. I was like, I got a heart. Oh my. And in that moment, I just started praising God. I'm a believer in God. I just started praising God, screaming. And then one of the nurses said, okay, I'm so happy for you, but can you calm down? I said, I'm getting a heart, and they're doing it today, and I was supposed to be on vacation. So that's how my process went. Sometimes I post things on social media to kind of encourage people, like, I might consider organ donation. And especially, I like to say, African American community is really, I don't know why it's a big taboo in African American community, but when someone sees my face, like, wow, you had a heart transplant, I might need to consider that. So I kind of see myself as a representative for his organ donation and being a recipient. And, I'm very proud to represent that, because I'm very active in volunteerism with things in church and my sorority. So why not, something that I'm reminded of every day. Every day, when I wake up, there was a point when I didn't hear my heart because it beat so slow, but every time I'm hearing my heartbeat, and it's just like, wow, so it's a constant reminder.
What do you want people to know about, how important it is to say yes to organ donation?
What I can say is that even though they may not know anybody personally that may need an organ or anything like that, but they can help so many people with their organ donation. And, just me being an example, just tell them, like, look at me. Someone was kind enough to decide, hey, I want to be an organ donor. So that person can have a better second quality, a better quality of life. There are thousands of people in Alabama that are waiting on organs. But if we can just get you to say yes, to help that person, that would be so wonderful for what you can do for them to save their life. That gift of life is so important.
If you could say one thing, what would you want to say to the donor, if you could, of course?
Well, I have been in touch with my donor, and something that doesn't always go that way. They wanted to meet me. They reached out to me, said they wanted to meet me, and I wanted to meet them. So we end up meeting for the first time after my first year anniversary. My donor, he happened to be a 25-year-old male, and I met his parents. And we sat down and we hugged and cried and talked. And we stay in constant communication. It is a forever bond with them. And I've connected with other people in his family. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to connect with them.